So what exactly is a turtle hawk? I have no idea, but we're going to find out on today's drawing challenge edition of Draw Every Day.
Draw Every Day with JJK.
Last week, I double dipped into the idea jar labeled animals, and I selected turtle and hawk, so we all went and drew turtle hawks. Or was it hawk turtles? Drew, was it turtle hawk or hawk turtle?
Well, I mean, hawk turtle, turtle hawk. I mean, it's all kind of the same, right?
Yeah, you have a point. But at any rate, we're going to combine a hawk and a turtle. Now, I have seen hawks and turtles in my life from a distance nearby in photos, but I don't have a crystal clear memory of what they look like. So it's helpful as an illustrator to do research. That could mean getting in front of the actual thing you want to draw and take photo reference to sketch it live. I don't have access to any hawks or turtles at the moment, but I do have access to pictures on the internet. So if you ever want to do any kind of research on the internet, ask your grown-ups for help. They will gladly help you find some photos of the animals for which you are trying to draw. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take a look at some turtles and some hawks. And before I get right into my character design, I'm going to spend some time learning how to draw these characters realistically. And then I'm going to use that knowledge, combine it together to create a turtle hawk.
Hawk turtle, turtle hawk.
Or a hawk turtle, sure.
It's all kind of the same thing.
So I have a photo of a turtle up on my laptop, and I'm going to spend some time analyzing the shapes that I'm seeing, make some light marks to get the full form before I come in and draw any details. And I want to spend more time looking at the subject than at my paper. Really looking at all of the details. And one thing that I'm noticing are these beautiful scales on the turtle's arms and legs, which I've never really thought about before. Okay, so here's my turtle. Let me do another quick sketch of another turtle. All right, now let me pull up a photo of the hawk and work from some hawk photo reference. Again, I'm going to just figure out the major forms and shapes before getting into the details. This particular hawk has a fish in its talons. Didn't leave quite enough space for all of the wings. That's okay. I'm not looking to make a perfect drawing here. I'm just looking to learn. Very regal bird. I want to get that beak right. You know what? I didn't leave myself quite enough space there, so I'm going to turn the page and try again and plan it out a bit better before I get into all of the details. Let's see what a turtle hawk looks like. Well, only one way to find out what a turtle hawk looks like. Get to drawing. And let's see. I've got the shell and the wing. Both have beaks. Hawk has a very determined look. Give the illusion of height with some clouds and a tree line. And there you have it, my turtle hawk. So I have all of your turtle hawks and some of your hawk turtles. We're going to take a look at them and celebrate them in a moment. But before we do, let's check in with those pugs. It is time for Pug Count. All right, well, thank you so much, Ralph. Before we forget, let's pull 2 more ideas from the idea jars, and then I'm going to answer a few questions that came in from viewers via my website. Okay, let's see. We have inanimate objects, superpowers, human jobs, animals. I think I need to find a few more idea jars to add to this. Let's go with human jobs. And let's go with inanimate objects. See, so inanimate objects is going to be an ice cream cone. An ice cream cone whose job is ice cream cone whose job is to be a pizza delivery person. Makes sense? So I'm not going to draw the ice cream pizza delivery person here. You are going to all draw your ice cream pizza delivery persons and then ask your grown-ups to send them in. I'll show you how I make my ice cream pizza delivery person next Saturday, and then I'll show everything that came in. All right, so we're starting a new feature in which you could submit your questions to Drew, and then they'll ask me right here on the air. It's time for a little Q&A.
Oh yeah, sure. Hold on, let me just pull it up here. Type. Oh, here's a good one. Blakely in Kentucky. He'd like to know, what was the first drawing you ever made?
Well, thank you for that question, Blakely in Kentucky. You know, I don't remember the first drawing I ever made because it's also like I can't remember like the first thing that I ever ate, right? Like I've always eaten food and I've always drawn. I do distinctly remember my first memory of drawing, and that happened in preschool. Our preschool teacher asked us to draw a portrait of our families, and so I drew a picture with me and my grandpa Joe and my grandma Shirley because they were serving as my parents at home. So I drew a nice little family portrait. What else do you have for me, Drew?
Okay, yeah, there's another one right here. Hold on. Rory in Vermont. What was the first picture book you ever made? Like the first picture book.
Another great question, right, Drew? Well, Rory from Vermont, thank you for that. The very first picture book that I ever had published was not the first book that I ever wrote. So let's see. The first picture book that I ever had published is called Goodnight Monkey Boy. It was published on June 12th of 2001. But a couple years before that, in the fall of 1997, when I was in college, I took a course that was all about writing picture books. And I wrote a book called Hello, Said the Slug. It was a story about this giant talking slug. He wanted to be friends with his kid, and that kid had no patience for that talking slug. And every single publisher that I sent the book out to rejected the book. I have a folder filled with rejection letters for that book. This was the first book that got published. It was followed up by a bunch of other picture books like Punk Farm. But then I went back to revisit that original book. I could see what wasn't working with it. And I ended up getting it published. And that book was called My Buddy Slug. And this one was published in the fall of 2006. Well, Drew, as always, thank you to you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you to all of you for watching and participating in Draw Every Day. We are so excited to be bringing you 2 episodes per week. We're going to release the instructional video early in the week. We'll release the drawing challenges on Saturday mornings. Get to drawing your ice cream pizza delivery, people, and don't forget to submit any art that you're making for the shows that we release earlier in the week. But for now, let's all celebrate both your hawk turtles and your turtle hawks.
Please click like and subscribe and keep drawing. See you soon.